All right, Jeffrey Epstein's list is going to be dropped. We're going to find out all these different celebrities and high up politicians that are on the list. And my great question is, who gives a fuck? I mean, come on now. Let's be honest. Let's really keep it a full fucking stack. Because we've been knowing who's on the list for shit. How long now? We're going on like 2-3 years. The Ghislaine Maxwell trial was kind of hidden behind the background. Nobody liked to talk about it. Any journalists that did talk about it, they end up missing. But they're going to tell us that, like, oh, Bill Gates was traveling with them, Bill Clinton, all these different guys that are, like, high players have been traveling with Epstein on this island where he has, like, children and all other type of heinous allegations. But the real question is, we've been known this already. Like, this is not new. My question more so is, what are we going to do with this information? Who's casting judgment upon these people? Because let's say we find them guilty. They were playing with children, all this. Who's going to go arrest Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, say Musk, Amazon, whatever nigga, all those different guys that are all part of it. These high level up people. Who's going to do their arrest? Because as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to like government and officials and like that, whoever has the gun is essentially the guy who's running the show. So whoever has the manpower and the guns and keeps other people fed, they are essentially immune to do whatever they want to do unless the masses decide to roll up and basically pull up on dude. Or pull up on the group of people or whatever the fuck. But my question is, yeah, American citizens are going to get mad, but what are you that are behind that computer that's upset and enraged, what are you specifically going to do to put those people out of power or have them face justice? What can you do? Are you willing to go incite a mob, travel to D.C., go find out where Hillary Clinton stays at or Bill Clinton stays at, kick in the door, grab them, handcuff them, and then take them to a... Like, who's doing that job? That's my real true question. Because that's what needs to be done if we want to bring people to justice. See, the only reason we can bring serial killers and everybody to justice is because nobody cares about them. They're not feeding anybody. They're not keeping anybody fed. They're not putting money in people's pockets. So it's very easy to go catch like a Jeffrey Dahmer, put him in jail, and then watch him get killed and all that. Like, that's not a difficult thing to watch or see occur. But when you got a high-level player like Bill Gates, who's going to do the arrest on Bill Gates? Who do you send? And then how many people are defending Bill Gates? How many security guards has Bill Gates got around his compound? How well fed those guys? How loyal those guys? Because now we're starting to get in some real like gangster territory. Like, it's not enough for the police to have the power, but you have to have the gun power and people who are willing to go die to bring somebody to justice. And my question is, are you willing to die to bring Bill Gates to justice? I'm asking you, watching in the camera, are you willing to die or see your loved one die to bring Bill Gates to justice? Like, would you sacrifice your children to make sure that Bill Gates spends the rest of his life in a jail cell? Do you have that type of commitment? And like, I guess, yeah. Do you have that type of commitment to justice? Because I can assure you this: Bill Gates has that type of commitment to make sure he doesn't go to prison. He'll do almost whatever it takes to make sure he does not go to prison. Whether it has to be to pay off lawyers, to kill people, whatever the fuck you gotta do. I imagine, because if you got that much type of money, that much type of power and influence, man, you ain't going down easy. You gotta at least fight to get me out of here. So that's largely my question. Is what are people going to actually do to bring justice to the Jeffrey Epstein like situation? Because I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I wish I did care more, but apparently it's not my problem yet. I got bigger fish to fry. When I get to those fish, then maybe I might go take care of the Epstein situation on the back end. But as of now, I got other things and other priorities to take care of, and Jeffrey Epstein's list is least my priority. I don't give a fuck. And I imagine most Americans and most people who are watching the camera, you're just like me. Like, you're disgusted, but you're also like, yeah, I don't care. Fuck it. Whatever. It's life. It just happens. But it also makes me bring to another question. How the fuck do they have this list? How is this list even publicized? Like, who got the list, and how are they even keeping records? Like, one of the things that surprised me is that knowing the shit that they're doing up there, knowing all the private acts and all the crazy madness they're doing, why is there a logbook even exist? I would think this would be like some secret shit that doesn't log in anything. Like, you have to go like Death Note type situation where you like have to open the desk correctly and hope it doesn't blow up in order to be able to see the contents of what's in there. That's what I would imagine. But they're all like loosey goosey with the shit. So it got me questioning: are these people just not very intelligent? Like, if the bill is the Jeffrey Epstein's, the Bill Clinton, the Hillary Clintons, the Bill Gates, the Barack Obamas, are they not intelligent enough to hide this shit? Or are they just super brazen, like they feel like they're just never gonna get caught? Like, it's impossible to catch them up on any of these felonious charges. Because personally, I don't know which one's worse. I think it would almost be worse if they're just that idiotic that they don't think they can get caught. That would be actually like more devastating and more blindsiding to me, to see that these people don't think they can actually be caught doing like this type of heinous ass crimes. That would be amazing to me to realize, like, oh my god, the elites of the world are too stupid to fucking not even keep logs, just to hide, like delete emails like that. Like, that seems like real amateur shit that you should not be getting caught with if you're doing world domination. So it leads me to believe to option number 2, which is they're just super brazen and just don't care. And they've been in power so long, and like they lived in a long time without the internet, doing some ratchet, like doing wild, heinous shit pre-internet age, that their habits have left them just be loose. Like, they're still used to like fax machines and fucking pagers. They don't know yet that the internet is traceable by everything. Everything's traceable. You can't hide emails. We'll find your emails. So I tend to think that's more the case, that they just don't know. They're just old people. Old. Because I think a lot of times we forget Bill Clinton's down there 60 years old. His wife's like 50, 60 years old. These are not fresh chickens that understand how to use the internet. They don't understand what the internet is. They're still largely believing in media and like newspaper and shit like that. So when you take that into account, it's like, wow, our country's really ran by essentially my grandparents. Like, people who just don't know how to use the internet. And somehow they've managed to keep power because people my age don't vote. And maybe that's fucked up. I'm 32 years old. I never voted. From 18 to 32, I never went to the actual polls, put down a name, and put it to the box. Never did it. And why? Because I think most people my age are just apathetic to like federal government. I don't think the federal government even exists except for taxes. Outside of the taxes, I really don't believe in any of the laws that the federal government places upon people, because who's going to enforce it? Where are they coming from? How much time they got and resources do they have to come out there my ass? So unless you're like a domestic terrorist, you're buying bombs and threatening motherfuckers, like, what are they going to do? The federal government don't got time for it. And that's why I don't believe anything's going to really happen to this Epstein situation. Because who is the federal government going to send? How many people are signed up to go fucking catch Bill Gates and become that enemy to Bill Gates? Fuck that. You going to be an enemy to Bill Gates? Fuck. You got your mind? I don't have to, maybe if I was Elon Musk, my black ass, ain't nobody going to know I'm missing. Nigga, y'all niggas will forget about me after 2 or 3 weeks on YouTube. I might get a DM. Hey, where you be at, Apex? So, man, I largely look at all this shit with the Epstein, Epstein Island and the Bill Gates, the large conspiracy theories. I just look at this shit. I just say, like, what are you gonna do, man? At the end of the day, what are we gonna do? Unless you plan on seizing control and running the America like as a king, and then going out and going to catch these people and making examples. At the end of the day, you're just a small time guy. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and enjoy the New Year's. Just be the best you could be. Because, bro, a lot of this shit is just, it's out of our fucking control. And for good measures, it probably should be out of our control. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day, man.